Hello everybody, my name is King and today we are Nuzlocking Pokemon Crystal Legacy. This is a Pokemon Crystal ROM hack developed by SmithPlaysPokemon. Highly recommend you check it out. I'll put a link in the description. It has been an absolute pleasure to relive my first Pokemon adventure with my best friend Tones in our co-op Nuzlocke. For those of you who don't know, a Nuzlocke is playing with a set of self-imposed rules, the main ones being you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in each area, and if a Pokemon faints in battle, you have to release or box it, essentially creating permadeath for your Pokemon. Also, in this co-op Nuzlocke, if one of my Pokemon dies, Tones also loses a Pokemon, and vice versa, which further adds to the challenge. We thought it would be fun to share our Elite Four run with you. Karen leads with her Umbreon. He may look unimposing, but with Double Team and Moonlight, combined with his high defenses, this little guy has some staying power. Tones and I each have a trick up our sleeves to take him out of commission. While we have lost our fire and flying types, we've made sure to keep our ice mons intact for Lance, so we are confident we can KO Vileplume before it can start any sub-seed shenanigans. Gengar is in peak form here thanks to Legacy's Ghost Dark physical special switch. If he hits Hypnosis, we could easily see our dreams of challenging the champ eaten before our eyes. Murkrow has received a generous stat boost, boasting additional bulk, but most notably an extra 20 base attack. With his sharp beak, he is determined to deliver devastating drill pecks, but we have the moves to put that plan on ice. Throughout our travels with the dearly departed Houndour, we became astutely aware of his offensive capabilities. Of course, Karen's ace couldn't hold a candle to him, but we must be wary of his flaming maw and his powerful jaw. I'm leading with Ladprus holding leftovers, hoping to cheese Umbreon into an early grave. Limbo also has lefties. All going well, he won't need to use them. Psyche and Lightyear both have Chesto Berries to wake them should they slumber. Karen loves Dark-type Pokemon, except for Sneasel, apparently. She comes off as cocky, airing her doubts that we can even entertain her, let alone defeat her. "Let's go," she says. "Let's go, alright. We'll teach you not to underestimate us." It's time for me to reveal my plan to take down this Umbreon. You can use Double Team all you want, buddy, but you can't escape the call from beyond. Perish Song. Umbreon begins chipping away at Ladprus with Feint Attack, which was bumped to 70 base power in Crystal Legacy. Ladprus sends back an attack of his own. We're using Ice Beam, hoping to score a freeze. Not only do we not get the freeze, we also miss our second shot. Now, the moment of truth. Does the AI switch, or do we get a cheap KO? Well, yeah, I figured as much. I don't have a good way to deal with it though, so it was worth a shot. I decide that Lightyear has the most favourable matchups into the rest of Karen's team, and he ends up facing off with Gengar. We toy with the idea of setting up Light Screen. Ultimately, we decide he's too dangerous to be left alive. Gengar needs to be laid to rest before he lays Lightyear down for a nap. Karen sends Umbreon back out, and Ladprus has a score to settle. We're back at square one, although this time Umbreon can double team on our switch, meaning he's one step ahead. We pick up right where we left off, as Umbreon flies into another Feint Attack. Ladprus graces us with an encore. Perish Song may not be performing as intended, but we can still use it to reposition. Ladprus's cold approach to this contest seems to be paying off. His second Ice Beam sends shivers through his frigid foe. Suddenly, dancing in the moonlight, Umbreon is feeling warm and bright. Yeah, we clearly won't be winning the war of attrition here. It's time to switch up our strategy. And our Pokemon. We're going back to old reliable, Lightyear. Karen plants Vileplume in his path. This would be a bad matchup for us if Lightyear wasn't a master manipulator of the elements. Taking a page from Ladprus's book, he lashes out with a cryo-charged fist. Vileplume isn't a fan of his frosted tips, but he is a fan of a cheeky like and sub. Lightyear brushes the substitute aside with ease, leaving him ample time to dart out of the dust. Vileplume put all of his petals into the gimmick basket. Now that they've failed him, he's resigned to his fate of a third and final Ice Punch. Umbreon re-enters the battle. Lightyear is in fine form, so I tell him to let loose a Thunderbolt. The damage looks good, but a critical feint attack brings him back down to earth. Switch to Psyche, who braces himself for the incoming feint attack. Dancing in the moonlight, Umbreon is feeling warm and bright. Karen called our bluff. She successfully stalled our momentum and is tipping the scales back in her favour. While Earthquake is Psyche's strongest move, he doesn't have the best track record, so we opt to attack with Sludge Bomb. The suboptimal play works in our favour though, as with Umbreon sludged up, we can easily pick out the OG, rendering his double team useless, allowing Psyche to finally remove the thorn in our side. Murkrow moves onto the battlefield and hurtles towards Psyche. Without hesitation, Psyche shoots an Ice Beam as the brave bird closes in, encasing our feathered foe from the neck down. Through pure instinct, he drilled his beak into Psyche's chest. After extracting the mangled Murkrow, Psyche's sludge puts him out of his misery. Psyche knows all too well that there's no Houndoom without fire. He shies away from the beast before him, so we send in Limbo to take his place. Limbo's thick fat protects him from the fierce flames, but the same cannot be said for those sharp teeth. Houndoom viciously mauls Limbo, who holds his ground and unleashes an almighty wave of water in an effort to extinguish the fire-breathing mongrel. We thought we had him beat, but there's still plenty of fight in this dog. Limbo put his body on the line for Psyche, and now Lapras wants to do the same for him. Lapras takes the crunch. Houndoom's crooked canines crack his sturdy shell. With pinpoint precision, he chomps down on the chink in our lad's armour, causing critical damage. He lets loose his Perish Song one final time. Crashing thunder pierces the chilling chorus as Lightyear strikes down the Doombringer with a righteous fury. Karen's killer instincts made that a hard-earned win. Is Tones' team up to the task? Ursa stepping into the ring for her big debut. Holding Miracle Berry, Tones hopes to have it triggered by Vileplume so he can steal its leftovers. Rhydon is holding his beloved Quick Claw. Bro can't get enough citrus, and Sneasel's addicted to rock. When Heracross chopped Derek out of the sky, Zoodan lost the will to fight. She's looking forward to starting her new life as a pest controller when we return to New Barktown. Let's go! Karen is ready to get serious now, and Tones is happy to oblige. Ursaring bursts into battle with Umbreon. As if the stakes weren't high enough, there's also pride on the line. The bear and the fox fighting for the moon's favour. Due to their shared lunar connection, Ursaring can pick the original from the pack of duplicates and starts beating his rival into submission. Umbreon doesn't back down, slipping into the bear's blind spot to launch his famous feint attack. Ursaring tanks the hit, tackles the tenacious trickster, and makes him regret resorting to cheap tactics. We went through that whole song and dance, and Tones takes it out in 2 turns. Karen shifts into top gear and goes straight to her ace, Houndoom. That's a job well done for Ursaring, so Tones decides she deserves a reward and saves her from impending doom. Rhydon is the only mon who can hope to dance with the devil. The first lick of flames had Rhydon a little hot under the collar. The second wave was something else. He was molten into magma. He had one shot, one opportunity to put this dog in the dirt, and you better believe he took it. Vileplume is the obvious choice for Karen here, and Bro doesn't have a way to take him out. It's time for Sneasel to take center stage. Thanks to Sneasel's incredible defenses, incredibly bad that is, he has a hefty sum of health sucked from him. All you need to do is take out Vileplume. We believe in you, buddy, you've got this. Sneasel channels our positive energy into an Ice Beam for the ages, freezing Vileplume solid. With his opponent immobilized, Sneasel lines up his next attack, shattering the frozen flower. Fatality. Murkrow flaps into the fray. Thanks to the power of friendship, Sneasel is healthy enough to stay in the fight. Don't fix what ain't broke. Another Ice Beam sends Murkrow plummeting into the ground, leaving naught but a pile of plumage. Gengar is Karen's last glimmer of hope, but despite being weakened, Sneasel has the upper hand. He's impervious to hypnosis and resists the Shadow Ball that's sent his way after he tears Gengar a new one. One final, emphatic feint attack exercises the Ghost, earning Sneasel the official title of Clutch Master General. Karen believes that whether a Pokemon is strong or weak doesn't matter. What's important is finding your own style and battling to the top with your favourites. With this in mind, it was a nice detail to leave Karen's team untouched from the original Crystal. With the Elite Four behind us, we set our sights on the champion, Lance. Thank you for Nuzlocking with me today. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment letting me know what I'm doing well and where I can improve.